Well, joining me now to discuss the top stories are Jack Badu from Football Beyond Borders and the sports commentator Ade Oladipo. Now, we have to start with Jurgen Klopp. What a day it's been. Now, was it a shock for you when you saw the press conference?
Yes and no. I think he's been in that position where Borussia Dortmund they've not had a good start to the season. He's been under pressure from that. But he's a sought-after manager. Every single season he loses his best players. Lewandowski last season to Bayern Munich, Götze the season before. There's rumours about Matt Hummels and Royce leaving as well. So I can understand the pressure he's under as well. I wouldn't want to be a manager at a top club where every single season I lose my best players. He's going to be sought after. The Man City job looks like it could be available. Arsenal looks like it could be available. You never know. So he will be in a top job next summer. So no worry for him.
Yeah, do you agree with that?
Oh, 100%. I mean, when you're the second best team in Germany and the best team are going to take all your players, there's pretty much nothing you can do. I mean, we've seen how his season's gone, and he's got to look to greener pastures. I think a lot of people have banded around his name at Arsenal, and I think even Arsene Wenger said he's waited for a manager who can fit the bill. I definitely think Jurgen Klopp could be that guy, and he needs to take a step away, think about where he can start anew, I guess.
Well, where is he better suited at a club like Arsenal or Liverpool or Real Madrid? He is, like you said before, the sought-after manager. He's young, he's charismatic. To be fair, we wouldn't mind seeing him in the Premier League. But where would he be suited?
I would definitely say don't go to a Real Madrid.
Why not?
The chances of you getting 2 seasons, if you have a mediocre first season, you're completely out, and it's a very, very difficult thing to do. I think a young manager like himself should go to a club like Arsenal, start to embed his own way, his own style of football, and there's much more chance of him actually being successful. I don't think you can bring a manager in that is of his stature and they can be successful straight away. It's just almost not possible. So.
Okay, so why is he the must-have manager then? What's his style?
I think he just builds players. I think Real Madrid is, like you said, it's a different kind of format from where you're almost buying superstars. I don't think that's his way of playing. He likes to build players from scratch and then they go on to become superstars. And I think that's why the Arsenal mould really fits well for him. We saw what Arsene Wenger's done with building players like Henry, Bergkamp, Vieira. Players that came in under not much in terms of a big name, and he built those players up. He's done exactly the same thing at Borussia Dortmund. So I think a club like Arsenal, if Wenger does go, will be fantastic. If not, Man City are going to try and change their philosophy in terms of the way they kind of build up their players. So that could be a good club for him as well. But I think any club in Spain is a complete no-no for him.
OK, then, so possibly Premier League. I actually do feel sorry for Pellegrini a little bit. You've got this young manager coming in, everybody wants him, and he's not technically out yet, but everyone's talking about him leaving the club. Do you think he's going to stay long at City?
It's a difficult one. When you spend that much money and you don't bring success, it's always difficult. But I definitely think the Premier League is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and if you can't bring home the bacon, so to speak, you're going to be out. And at a club like Manchester City, when they are spending X amount of money, it's a difficult thing, I'd say. OK. Well,
we've seen some of the reaction on social media as well. We'll have a quick look at some of the tweets that we've seen online. This one's from Gary Lineker. Jurgen Klopp, he thinks that he'd be great in the Premier League. Duncan Wright, sorry, not Duncan Wright. That was very quick, actually, coming over the weekend. My gosh. But no, everyone's saying that they would like to see him come through to the Premier League. But he'll be suited for this league, wouldn't he? Yeah,
he's charismatic as well. Let's not forget that. Look, his on-field decisions have been fantastic. There's some of the tweets there as well.
Yeah, there's Lineker, Jurgen has confirmed that he'll leave Dortmund in the summer. Be good to see him in the Premier League. He's a great character. Everyone says that he is such a great character. I mean, we've got enough in the Premier League, Mourinho included. But again, he'd be fantastic. But sorry, carry on.
No, 100%. I think it'll be a great addition. I mean, we always like a manager that is very good at press conferences. We've seen the Mourinho factor, so to speak. There's not many like that in the Premier League. Mourinho's probably one of maybe 2 or 3 that are like that. Jurgen Klopp will definitely add to that. Hopefully it's at a big team. I'm a Liverpool fan. A lot of Liverpool fans have tweeted that they would love to see him there. I'd like to see Brendan Rodgers given a couple more years to build a team that he's been doing with players like Sterling and Jordan Henderson. But look, he's not going to be short of a job. There'll be many people in good jobs that will be sort of fidgeting in their seat right now as soon as he's announced this.
OK. Well, a very interesting question that I thought I'm going to give myself kudos here. When did the time change for us to actually focus on the managers rather than, the big player? I mean, you normally hear of teams or fans saying, you know what, which manager are we going to get next season? Or, I'd like this manager, not a certain player, like a big name player. When did that start to change?
I think when we saw the introduction of the special one to Chelsea, every time he went into a press conference, he took the pressure off his players and turned it into this one thing. Maybe it's the newspapers that are against us, or, it's that psychology that managers start to use where they try and take the pressure away from these individuals that are actually very, very young, and anything that's said in the media can massively damage their game. Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger, those spats that they had, it's really, really entertaining stuff. And I think as soon as that started to happen, then you saw more managers get involved and start to take the rap, I guess.
When did you start to see it change?
Again, I have to echo exactly what Jack said there. I think Mourinho almost ushered in this super manager, so to speak, where you got the likes of Guardiola became that. Mourinho was definitely that. Ferguson, Benitez was another one as well. Simeone. There's almost like a super manager, and then there's managers. And I think Jurgen Klopp's definitely a super manager.
Well, in the next show, we can actually discuss who are the super managers and who are just the managers. But, gentlemen, thank you very much.